Okay, we're doing Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. We're just gonna jump into it. This cool intro. This reminds me of like early 2000s sci-fi show intro, like CSI or something. Cutscene. Oh, he's reading Crime and Punishment. Okay, we're good. Oh. What am I doing? Take cover.
Holmes, will you stop that?
What is it? Who's talking? Am I talking as Sherlock? Or is... Because I feel like that's Sherlock. Yeah, that's Sherlock. Are we doing Holmes POV?
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Oh, Sherlock. I don't know why I mixed it. The way he calls him Holmes, I was like, that's...
I was aiming for the vases.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please.
Mixed it up.
I'm trying to concentrate.
Okay. He's using his deductive reasoning.
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia.
Their faces
Retired
are
in
so
1884 with a small fortune. He invested his
realistic
money in a
and not
plot called
realistic
Woodman's Lee, near
at the
Forest
same
Row in
time.
Sussex. It was where he lived
Lestrade
for
is
6
so
years,
ugly.
where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no.
Do, do, do.
In fact, this crime is so
Of long
mysterious that I would
cutscenes.
prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there.
Do, 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 do.
I have to go through the yard first. The Merry Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
Woodman's
I
Lee.
should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Okay.
You go
Watson?
along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Do I need to look through the telescope? Oh, okay. How do I, okay. Well, I examined,
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
it's crazy how he has it lined up to that window. Can I leave now? Do I need to get changed? Where? Ooh la la. What was it? Number 4. So amazing. I think we're gonna go with number 4. Okay. Benjamin Franklin look. Okay. Facial hair. Ooh. I like the noise of the hair changing. Mutton chops with bald. What kind of mustache did Benjamin Franklin have? Facial hair? I don't know. Okay. Maybe we'll go like this. It's a pretty, strong look. Get changed. Ooh. Oh, they're not available. Okay. What's changed here? I can't be bald! Okay, well, I guess he's just gonna have to look like this then. It's gonna have to look like Sherlock Holmes. Well, if I'm gonna be, I might as well put a hat on. I don't want to just be bald. Or, not, like, have anything on. Top hat. Alright, this will be our look then. Very intense camera angles.
I'm over here. Come on.
Footprints. Examine.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Okay. Examine.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be handy. Okay, let's talk.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can,
Sacrilegious.
Miss Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences.
The way he says
Mr. Carey.
Holmes.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Anything unusual that night? Is there a gardener?
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Okay. Anything
Madam,
unusual?
can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2
Like
o'clock in the
someone
morning, I heard a
murdering
terrible
him?
Scream, but I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Okay.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Seems like you two had a great relationship.
Do you remember at what time you found
Very
your husband's
happily
body?
married.
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and, oh dear.
Did he have visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Retirement. Okay, what am I looking at? Ah, what am I doing? There's a clock. Forward. That. Religious. Bird. Gloves. Oh, female gardening gloves. Or feminine looking gardening gloves. I don't need to console her. She probably killed her husband.
Thank you, madam.
Everything will be alright. Mr.
Peter Carey's body
Lestrade.
is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Okay.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter.
He's been in there for a whole day?
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
That is so...
Lestrade?
It's probably so
Seems to me that
decomposed.
someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Let me inspect it. Look, there are scratches. I can confirm it looks like somebody
These
tried to
scratches are fresh.
break open.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Alright.
What a terrible way to die.
As opposed to all the other great ways.
The tooth
Whale
of a sperm
tooth.
whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Because he was a shark. Okay, back. Ship logs.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1870.
Let me out. Let me move. Let me go through all of his shit. Boots.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Remove. Oh,
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
okay. Guess that's it. anything that I need to examine. Shelf. Suspiciously empty space. He's known to be a decorator. There's also a suspiciously empty space up there too, but he's not going to talk about it. Do I need to look at it again? Outline in the dust.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf.
There must be
An
a
object was
box.
taken from here.
Oh.
It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Okay.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Okay. 2 glasses.
Someone drank from this glass recently. The
Initials.
PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Rotate. Open. Tobacco.
This aroma is familiar, but
Oh.
to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Am I missing something? Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. All right. It's kind of there. Good enough?
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
That really gave us a lot. He smelt it and was like, sailors like this tobacco. Was I supposed to look at that cup too? Yeah. Or the flask.
Rum, a sailor's drink.
Okay.
That
Okay, whatever. Let's see.
the weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Harry was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
He knew his murderer because he's wearing clothes.
Peter
Maybe I
Carey
just
was
am not as
impaled
smart as
to the
Sherlock.
wall by a this wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Okay. And notebook. Initials.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Okay. Is that it? Did I inspect the cabin? Do I talk to Lestrade now? I'm missing something. Nope. Break-in attempts. No gardener? Oh, notebook. Because they left the notebook.
Here yesterday, they attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Bop, bop, bop. Organize an ambush. Okay. So we're not leaving yet? Tell her we're keeping the body there again.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Because she would know.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book.
The
He
one
kept his
missing.
papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
I'm not consoling her.
Thank you, madam.
Here.
This looks like the perfect hiding
Okay,
place.
ambush time. I feel like it's too easy. Like whoever does show up being the murderer. I feel like it's probably like a red herring.
Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
No,
I'll be
wait.
right behind you.
Oh,
Police! Hold it right there.
you don't want to see what he's gonna look at? Okay.
All right, my fine
Gotta
fellow.
confront him.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't.
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but I...
Look at his
It's
hands.
just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in
He's
front of the
guilty.
judge.
That's it. Case closed.
But you can't.
Didn't even need
I'm not-
Sherlock.
It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary.
Yeah,
All the
see?
same,
Case
I'm very
closed.
grateful,
We're done.
Mr. Holmes.
We can go
You
home,
are welcome,
do a bunch of
Inspector. But
cocaine.
please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Let him simmer in the yard for a while. Let's go interrogate him. Run. Go this way. Evidence room. I can just walk right in.
These are the suspect's belongings.
The notebook.
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
A ring.
And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson.
To my friend and partner, 1883.
To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
His archive.
A handkerchief with the initials J.H.N.
JHN. How can I?
Pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
I guess I'll go talk to him now. John Nelligan. Yeah. Notebook.
Does this notebook belong to you?
yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought
Wasn't
I
it
lost
on
at the
him?
hotel.
If it was in his
What do these
belongings?
abbreviations mean? But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Goodness, so threatening.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
That's crazy.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone.
His
It
mother's.
has
Or...
always belonged to me.
Oh, I need to.
Never mind.
Quick time event. Oh, shit. It's a little, like too obvious, right?
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You
Oh,
would have been
I
a
don't know what
child
date it
then,
is.
hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
A partner. Look him up and down menacingly. Hat. Ooh. Tear. A patch, whatever. Expensive fabric. That's what I was gonna say. Elaborate button. Nasty, oh, nasty hands. What else am I looking at? Neck. Gotta make all kinds of judgments of his character by the way he looks. Did I miss? Crotch. Another thing with his hands? Scars. Okay. I know you're not the
So,
ring's
Mr. Nelligan,
owner
who
because
is the
you
true
look
owner
poor.
The ring.
The ring is mine.
X. This is your father's jacket.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
You have an expensive jacket.
Is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Milligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
But isn't it calloused and like blistered looking too? It's not just cuts.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
I've got enough from you. I've made all of my judgments. Do I need to go into my mind palace? What have I figured out? Oh wow, they're trying to retrieve the notebook. Okay. Oh! Missing tin box and pinned to the wall. Okay. Need to do test with the harpoon.
I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Then we can see that he is too skinny because of his skinny, poor arms that he can't throw a harpoon. Honey, I'm home. Ooh.
Brave Toby.
I keep going into my mind palace.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the...
We need to throw harpoons.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
We're gonna harpoon a pig.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Okay, so we need to grab it, or will he grab it already? Let's go back to Woodman's Lee, get the harpoon, go harpoon a pig, so then we can determine that the... what's his name? I forgot. His arms are too scrawny. Maybe we'll see if it's his shoe size. So we'll put his boot there. Yeah. Drag down. Too small. Now we'll leave. Oh, I can just do this. Whitechapel Butcher. Harpoon a butcher, or harpoon a pig. Not a butcher.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Okay. Does it matter if I even have it close? If I just do the blue line? That wasn't good enough? Oh, they're making the blue line bigger. Okay. The blue line's they keep making the blue line bigger. But, I got it. With no help from the game at all.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall
Exceptional strength.
either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
But what if they didn't even throw the harpoon?
A chance in 1,000 that night.
What if they just like...
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Why would you use multiple, though? I can't talk to him yet? What do I need to do? Mind Palace? Up. Pin to the wall. Feat of Strength or Lucky Throw. It requires a much greater strength than that of the average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with the harpoon all the way through to the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. 2 men in cooperation might achieve the same result. Or it's a lucky throw. There is a remote the possibility that an unskilled and untrained man could manage to pin Peter Carey to the wall with a harpoon. I'm gonna say feat of strength. Do I go to Baker Street? Maybe there's something there that can help me. Honey, we're home. Or I'm home. Oh, I don't. No, I don't wanna. Whew. Okay. Records? Search for Dawson. Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund bankrupt. Nelligan missing. So his father bankrupt and missing. Okay. As a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio, and has been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Great Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation is a catastrophe for Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by the police and his creditors.
Here
Okay.
it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am
Oh,
still unclear.
look at
as to what
look at his face. He's really thinking. You know, you're really thinking when you're doing this. Okay, now we go talk to him. That should be enough because there's two things. There's strength, if that is correct and it's not a lucky throw, and his father's history. Right? We know.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half
And
the
he
families
was
of
either
Cornwall.
murdered or ran away so he wouldn't get prosecuted.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family.
Befell.
My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story,
no.
Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
So sassy.
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
But it's weird because she's like, she knows like where his stuff is in the cabin and oh, like the box should be there, but she like isn't supposed to be going into the cabin because he doesn't like it. Ship logs.
1883. That's the one I need.
Let's see if he was with
This
Negley.
is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A
CPR.
torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation
On the
somewhere very recently.
notebook?
There are three ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first two of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses. Sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
We need to go to a sailor bar. Okay, we're going to Baker Street. For Wiggins. Just whistle for him.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Ohms.
I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
You can
Oliver from our
read.
gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Okay.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station.
Now
as soon as
Mr.
possible.
Lestrade wants to come talk to me.
Thank you.
Or wants
I'll
me
be
to
there
come
shortly.
talk to him. Okay, well. Cutscene.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad
Mr.
to see you.
Holmes.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm
Liam
thinking that this case will be
Hurtley.
resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual.
Another
prowling
person
around
trying to get into the cabin.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Through
Let's-
enhanced
Oh
interrogation.
yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the
It's in the evidence room.
at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Eh?
Breathtaking.
Hurtley's blonde. Ooh, we can check his
The
boots.
suspect's belongings.
Thank you. Just to yoink those.
They're a size 9.5.
Letter.
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Go to the chemistry set. Okay, so we've got 2 locations already that we need to go.
Usual about it.
Right, let's talk to Liam Hurtley. Okay,
Allow me to introduce
we're gonna
myself.
look him up and
My
down
name
too.
is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me.
He takes murder so seriously
Could you at
as
least
he's
tell
shooting the
me
gun
who you
blindfolded
are, and
in
exactly
the apartment?
What happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Mwahaha. Ooh, look him up in downtime. Gray hair. Eyes. Facial hair. Scar. Handkerchief? Oh, it has the thing, the bird. Plant remains. He is the gardener. Scarred hands.
That's all for now.
We'll go compare the boots and we'll talk to Peter Carey's wife. I cannot remember her name. About him being the gardener. So we'll confront her about that. Boots. And then we go to Baker Street and use the chemistry set on the letter that the guy was writing.
These boots match the footprints.
Ooh. We've got him. Lock him up. Talk to her. We know that he didn't garden, so Liam
Does the
Hurtley.
name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
No, I don't know. That would be crazy.
Thank you, madam.
She was so believable. I actually don't think they had a gardener. Maybe she was having an affair with him. It's a good thing she doesn't know who Liam Hurtley is, because that would be pretty suspicious, because his footprints match there, and so it must be somebody else's. Like, that they have the same boot as Liam Hurtley, and it's just a coincidence. And they don't need a gardener, so... Because that would be weird if she did know him. Recover Hurtley's letter.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order
Puzzle.
to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all
All
seven
seven should be
reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after
So-
the orange reagent.
It doesn't have to be the orange one doesn't have to be third in the sequence. It could just be third after the blue. So because that it must be wording, right? So then if I immediately put down blue, then we'll do green, and then blue because that offsets, so then there could still be a clear after the other orange, right? So if I do blue, green, blue, that means now it's time for an orange. And then clear, and then that's now 2 from the other blue, which means it's now time for another orange and clear. That's all 7, maybe? Here, I'll highlight it red, or underline it red, so we know which one I'm trying now. And that's if, when it says that orange is third, it means third after blue and not third in the sequence. So, I'll try this. So it would be blue, green, so it gives us a spacer between the blues down the line for the clear after the orange. Blue, orange, clear, and clear. Is it good?
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Thank goodness. Okay.
I did as you asked and hid them well.
But I beg you to reconsider. Or, oh. I swear. And remember our vows. I've done nothing dishonorable for you, for which you, me. The vows. Liam Hurtley's letter. So Liam Hurtley might be writing, because if we're doing the whole affair kind of thing, pretty classic, he could be writing to Peter's wife, and like they vow to, I don't know, and he hid stuff for her, because she's not getting her hands dirty, you know, as represented by the gardening gloves, but I bet Liam doesn't wear gardening gloves when he gardens, so she's not going to get her hands dirty. I don't know. Mind Palace time. Please, footprints. Oh, I did it. Unexplained presence. Liam Hartley's boots matched the footprints at Woodman's Lee, thus providing that he was there. Judith Carey denies he was their gardener, or that she even noticed him at all. So now we confront him with the letter and say, who were you talking about? Tell me right now. Woodman's Lee.
Tell me, Mr. Hartley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee?
I've never been there. Your boots match.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly matched the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints?
That's your proof.
How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now
Okay,
that your
so
presence at Woodman's
the gardener
Lee
one
has
then.
been proven, would you care
It was a
to
toss-up
explain?
between the two.
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
I don't remember. Gardener.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not.
How did you?
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of
We've got to go with the more obscure answer that we know your hands work with, so you must be their gardener because you're a gardener in general,
in the bird
instead of your
embroidered
specific
right.
boots matched.
A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
What did you hide?
So tell me, Mr. Hartley, what did you hide?
Hide?
What are you talking about? The letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well.
Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Yeah, don't praise me or anything. It was nothing.
But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley.
Okay.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept.
He's really thinking about it. He's not letting me walk. Woodmansley again. Examine the tools and question Mrs. Carey while we're there. It's this shed.
Locked.
Give me the key, woman.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Not consoling you. Oops.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Let me use my black and white vision. Shed's floor. Wooden panels. Ill-fitting plank. The box. Is it the box or a box? The box? With his papers?
Let us see what is in this box.
Puzzle. Oh. Okay. Pretty easy. Okay. Do. Papers.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the
Ooh.
Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Oh my goodness, I'm shocked. Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I've known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and he must not worry for me. How romantic! Oh, romantic correspondence. Okay. And she puts it in the gardener's shed. And if they're letters from her, because she's not going to keep letters that she's writing to somebody else, right? So he's definitely the gardener, which wasn't even that much of a question anyway. But if it's kept in the gardener's shed and it's to him from her, it's going to be, yeah. But whatever. Let's go confront her. Say, we know you were cheating. Then she's going to be like, oh my god, so it was a mistake. Or, he's so terrible.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity.
Your affinity?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Ooh, is she going to try and deny it? Romantic correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden?
Because he's the gardener.
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
What happened?
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he...
How could he? That's crazy.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
See what? I'm not consoling her.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Let me move. Okay, so go back to Baker Street. Talk to Wiggins.
Mr. Holmes, we found
Mr.
the sailors from
Holmes.
that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Hugh.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now.
Oh, why am I? Harpooner. He died a week ago.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now.
Oh, so it's not interesting because he died a week ago.
This man is a harpooner.
It's interesting because
and
that
his
guy's a
initials
harpooner
are
and still
PC,
alive.
The same
Oh.
initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
Ooh, Patrick Cairns.
Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job,
We
Wiggins.
found
Where is
Patrick
he?
Cairns.
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent.
Do we get to arm wrestle
Here is
him?
your reward. 2 guineas.
And then we're gonna find out that he's very strong because he's a harpooner and he knows how to use a harpoon. Ooh, can I make some deductions? Patrick Cairns. He's a non-smoker. This is probably him and his tobacco pouch. If the pouch belongs to Patrick Cairns, it indicates his presence at the crime scene, but it must still be proven. Reasonable.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him,
Ooh,
let a dress as his name.
dress up time. We gotta play dress to impress. Ooh la la.
Now I can Cairns and see
Oh my goodness.
is the
He's beautiful. He is one of the most handsome men I've ever seen in my life. Wow. We really look like a sailor now. Gorgeous, stunning. The way the sun hits the side of his face. The way he peers into the book. Okay. Which one? Ooh, he looks like a troubled person. Because he murdered somebody a few days ago.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
The accent he put on it.
We've heard all about the gambling and arms.
It's just a whole new person.
And I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
10
Suits
shillings.
me.
Do I have to like button smash or follow his facial expressions to understand his moves? Push, restrain, idle, and plan your counter charge. So if he's straining, but then hold right trigger to restrain. What am I doing? Damn it. Okay, kind of get in there. Restrain. Restrain. Oh, I'm getting there. Oh, he's trying. I can, oh. He's mad. Ugh. Hold it. Okay, build up some stamina. Push a little. Okay. Oh, he looks sad. Oh, restrain. Okay, gain stamina. Restrain. Urgh. Okay, tap a little bit and gain some stamina. Restrain. This is hard. Okay, I need stamina. Push a little bit. Oh, restrain. He's really trying. Okay, push. Get some energy. Restrain. I'm restraining! Okay, when he has the sad look in his eyes, that's when I push. Sad look, mad. Sad. Oh, damn it. This is wait. Restrain. Sad. Push. Oh, mad. Idle. Sad. Idle. Restrain. Restrain. Sad. Idle. Sad. No, not sad. Sad. There we go. I did it. That took so long. Okay. I can't do that again. Oh, can I just look him up and down? Earring. Eczema. Sweater. Dirty sweater. Hairy arm. Drink. Short nails. Tattoo. I have to beat him again?
Ready to try again.
I'm ready to try
You
again.
want me to take all your money? No problem with that.
Okay. I should be better this time. I've got this. Okay. Pay attention. I've got this. Sad. Push. Restrain. Sad. Oh, idle. Sad. Idle. Restrain. Restrain. Sad. Idle. A little sad. Sad. Restrain. Idle. So, restrain. Sad. Okay. Easy! I'm getting good. Oh, he's not happy.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look.
He just got beat by someone that looks like that. I'd be mad
I'd
too.
like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink.
That's good. Ugh, that swallow noise was in my ear.
Settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
No job.
Why do you say
Judgy.
poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, I find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
Harpooner.
Harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen
Black
everything.
Peter.
Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger, we sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you said?
I've heard rumors about that one.
He was worse than all.
Ooh.
Right, violent too, swinging those fists of his around. He's a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
Terrible tales.
You ain't heard the worst.
Ooh, drama. Spill the tea.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883.
Mmm.
The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been rowed north. There was only one man
With
on
only
it, and he wasn't a sailor.
What's his face's father? John's father.
And they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
Ooh. Was he?
And who was he?
I don't know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was
Just a tin box? The one that's on the that was supposed to be on the shelf in his cabin.
stranger was that on the second night he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You don't know, do you?
You know what happened.
Oh,
don't
you know.
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted
Ooh, who was the skipper?
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know it.
Or is the skipper Black Peter?
All this stay between us. All right?
Of course.
All right.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
Carzy?
Yeah, my drink.
Carzy? That's the bathroom? Is this it? Oh, we need to plant it. Let me grab it, drag
There
it down.
it is.
Do we just pretend? Wow, I went to the bathroom really quickly.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might be good
Pequod.
harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Wow.
Hey, if you like,
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Wow, he's done here, so don't want to drink or anything? You don't want to do anything else? You're just done. Okay, so the new information we learned was that Black Peter might be a murderer. Do we talk to his wife? Or John, because we know more about his father? I think we try John. Especially since we haven't even talked to him in so long. And we can say, you're too weak. We don't think you did it. Especially when there's a whole love affair going on. Okay, we don't talk to any of them. So that means... What's new? Bond certificate. Oh, we got the bond certificate, so that means we come over here and we say that it matches the notebook. The like CPR. Down.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Okay. So, and it makes sense, like, ooh, Nelligan. Well, I guess he would have some reason because, like, oh, he might have killed his father or did kill his father. So it would make sense, but let's see. There's 2 routes to go.
Escort this suspect for interrogation.
That he wanted to get revenge and kill his father's murderer.
Tell me, Mr.
Or
Nelligan,
that,
what exactly were you hoping to find inside
the
Peter
gardener wanted to be with the
I
wife,
was
so.
trying to find some information about my father.
Oops. Bond certificate.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey.
Ooh.
These papers, they belong to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
So where does that leave us? Wait, his hair changed! I didn't even notice. He changed back. I couldn't keep the sailor outfit. Or the whole disguise.
You met Patrick.
Deductions? Okay. Well, we've got a lot of deductions. Judith Carey's confession. Patrick Cairns' pouch. And Patrick Cairns. Okay. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. That means he was at the scene of the murder and thus proves his guilt. Or Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This would mean that he was... That does not necessarily mean he is the murderer. So far. Okay. What other deductions? Missing tin box, missing papers? Stolen valuable papers. Valuable bond certificates were kept inside the stolen tin box. Ooh, what does that give us? Nelligan's motive. John Nelligan could have been caught stealing the bond certificate. This might have been a motive for him to murder Peter Carey. Also, that his father was, could have been murdered by Peter Carey. And there's at least one witness supporting that, but yeah, I'm sure his motive was just for money. Judith Carey's letters. Judith Carey's confession. Desperate jealousy. Liam Hartley loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. And Hartley's motive. Liam Hartley's relationship with Judith Carey gives him more of a motive for killing Peter Carey. With her confession. Oh. What'd that do? Break-in attempts, missing papers. Okay, so stuff's not lining up. Retrieving the notebook. The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a victim. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. Or Nelligan was looking for his father's papers inside Black Peter's cabins. It explains his presence at the scene of the murder. So far, just looking for papers. And then this proves I think it could have been Nelligan. Harmless flirting or desperate jealousy? I feel like we need to make some decisions though. Okay. I feel like John has more of a motive though because his father was probably killed by Peter. But like if he went to go murder Peter, would he also say, you know what, while I'm here, let me grab the bond certificates and stuff? Or does he not know? Because there's no knowledge that Nelligan knows yet. So it's more believable that it's Hartley. Because it could be because if I did lucky throw, his motive, and then we've got Nelligan is guilty. I don't want to make a decision yet. I want to talk to them more. I don't feel like I know enough. I don't know enough. Nelligan's guilty, and we condemn him, and he's gonna be punished, or he's a victim of circumstance. He made a poor decision, so fell into trouble. So, let's say it was a feat of strength. Let's go desperate jealousy. What does this give us? Hartley's motive. They're working together? That's crazy. 2 murderers? They do not seem like they know each other. That's crazy. Can I talk to them, please?
I'm not saying...
What? It's not 2 murderers. Conspire together. Why is the fact that John's father might have been killed on here? Why is that not a thing? And why can't we talk to him about it? And the pouch proves guilt? Then that would mean... I wish that the, father stuff was taken into consideration. So if I do that, move that around, looking for papers. What does it say if he is guilty? Does that just mean it's Nelligan? Okay. We'll go lucky throw. Nelligan's motive. Not looking for papers, retrieving the notebook. Proves his innocence. But Hartley was there. I don't know. Why isn't it working now? Okay, because I need to fix all this. It wasn't harmless flirting, though. It was not harmless flirting. It wasn't harm... Can I talk to somebody? Can I talk to the wife? Woodman's Lee? Do I just need to make the decision purely based off this? Because I don't want it to be John. Okay. Nelligan is guilty. John Nelligan is a victim of circumstance. His childhood was overshadowed by the loss of his father. He always dreamed of a reunion to find out what had happened. He made a poor decision and so fell into trouble. This is not moral. This is not a moral choice. Ugh. This is so icky. I don't like this. Because I don't know. I don't know. There's no way it's 2 murders, though, right? I'm like getting chills and goosebumps.
Ready to present the guilty party.
So tell me, who killed Black Peter?
Why can't he say it with the question mark at the end? Why can't he be like John Nelligan?
I thought as much, but I failed to see his motive.
Revenge, Inspector. Black Peter possessed the bond certificate.
But also, he could have killed his father.
And young Nelligan wished to retrieve them.
Well then, I'll arrest this Nelligan. I don't fancy his chances of...
Is this wrong?
This.
I will accompany you, Inspector. John Nelligan, it was you who killed Black Peter. You attempted to convince him to return the bond certificates, and you threatened to call the police. Peter Carey was drunk. He drew his knife. In panic, you took the harpoon...
Oh, I don't feel good about
in
this.
self-defense.
This is wrong.
Report, Lestrade.
No, I didn't kill
It's all wrong.
It's all wrong.
You better thank Mr. Holmes for saving your neck, Nelligan.
No, did I get the bad ending?
Case is resolved, Inspector. I shall return to Baker Street.
Very well, Mr. Holmes.
No. Do I choose another ending? Or do I just check it? Fuck. What do I do? What do I do? Choose another ending. Yes. It doesn't feel right. And also, like I've said before, where is the talk about his father? Saw it and pushed him over the edge. Black Peter's a murderer. And that was John's father. So why can't I talk to John about it? Am I missing something in evidence? Where's the box? Where's the missing box? I don't know what's in there. Did it say where the missing box was? That might give us more insight. Okay. I'm gonna say he's innocent. Need of strength. Looking for papers. Because we don't know that he knew that his father was murdered by him. Pouch proves guilt. What is this? Cairns is guilty. Cairns? Which one's... Oh, the sailor? Ooh. There's there's 4 options? Fuck. What if I just say Cairns is guilty? I feel like Hurtley was like... Because why would Cairns... Cairns didn't like Black Peter. Cairns didn't like Black Peter, but... And he went over there and smoked. What if I just say Cairns is guilty? Yeah. Ugh. Ugh, but I feel like the fair is like a big motive too. What if it was Cairns and Negley? Ah, it's just so hard. Oh, goodness. Bring Cairns in?
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Holmes, could you explain it to me?
No.
As I informed you on our way here, Patrick Cairns...
I couldn't explain it to you.
Why bring me here? Wouldn't it be better if we were out looking for him?
That would be futile, as he will be with us in approximately 12 seconds.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour...
No, I just heard the front door. Prepare yourself.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means...
It means, my friend, you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter.
What? What? A trap? You think you can take me?
Here now. We'll have none of that.
Oh.
And I say that we will.
He's violent. Does that mean I'm right? Okay. Okay. Fuck, look at that. I got it. Oh, why? Oh. Beat Cairns in a fight.
Are you all right? Are you able to stand?
Oh, my jaw. Oh. He took me by surprise, Mr. Holmes. Otherwise, he would have seen what I'm capable of. Oh.
Yes, he was lucky.
Oh.
Yeah, but you got him.
It was remarkably easy. He lost his balance after he struck you.
And you practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab. and
Is
then
he
take you to
guilty?
the hospital.
Yes, well, no need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between us. You know.
Or is he just like
Of course,
a
Inspector.
violent
The
person?
case is
His
closed.
stuff was there. There were 2 glasses. Okay. Let's find out if I made the right choice. Does that mean it's right? Because it's green? Accept decision, I guess. Is that right? Right? Alright, well, that's it for that case. Cairns killed Black Peter. Alright, well, thank you for watching. It'll be fun to do more of the cases, and we'll play again another day. Bye!